Somebody using their penis pump?
Sorry.
Today, This American Dice presents Dungeon World, After the Last Battle, Episode 7. Finally within the walls of the rebel fortress, our heroes must find their way up through its bowels to strike at the very heart of the Round Earth menace. Find out what happens today on This American Dice.
So no one told you that you shouldn't go this way. You fell into a trap and now you can't escape. You can't get out with second level gear. Walls are closing in on you and now here comes the fear. But I'll resurrect you with a potion I'll put.
I'll resurrect you
like I've done it before.
I'll resurrect you 'cause you got all the loot.
Dungeon World After the Last Battle is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Episode 7. What's in store? Or the Yellow Badge of Courage.
Well, dudes, as a recap, you guys went through the Dark Forest or the Forbidden Forest. You encountered the witch Hagatha Christie. She helped you find the gate into the mountain that sits at the atop of which sits the round sphere, the nigh impregnable fortress of the globalists, those people who have these insane beliefs that the world is round. The rebels who had fought against the realm that you guys are employed by for possibly even a decade. And after many years of fighting, after great destruction, after the dragon that fought with the globalists was killed because of trickery, and the Iron Duke, who you guys are employed by, was able to defeat all of his political rivals, again through trickery or treachery even. He sent you on this mission. The official word is that the war is over and the land has won. Your homeland has won, but defeated the rebels. However, he's given you the heads up that there's still one rebel stronghold, and he's sending you guys there to finish the job quietly. So, after getting past two guards that had quite different opinions about their eternal tasks, after getting past load after load of horny goblins, after encountering traps that one of which created a stoned tiger, a mirror that required you to gaze at it, and even possibly created a double of Dirk, and finally a door with 3 keys that had to be opened based on the temperature of the keys. You guys have actually arrived not just inside the mountain caverns, but in the round sphere itself. All right. What is that noise?
It's weird.
Somebody using their penis pump?
Sorry.
It's fine. Just
put it on screen.
Just give another pumps for your homies that ain't with you no more. All right. So we kind of join the PCs again, and we see these giant, massive doors. The 3-keyed door swings open. And you can see that, inside dust kind of falls down, and you can tell that these doors have not been opened in what must be decades, if not centuries.
Nor have they been cleaned.
They've also not been cleaned. And they open, I think, actually toward you guys. And it's good that they open toward you guys, because the space where they are is actually occupied by, crates. So the other side of this door is partially obstructed by these crates. The room on the other side is massive, but the crates themselves seem ancient. They seem extremely, extremely old. They're covered in thick layers of dust. Some of them seem to be falling apart. And if you kind of look to the side of the crates, you seem to be in this massive storeroom. Like imagine like a gigantic warehouse that is just full of these crates and barrels, and all of them are old. A lot of them, like I said, are falling apart. You hear like the skittering of rats somewhere off in the distance. And that's what we open onto the scene. Massive warehouse.
So if we could take like a cursory look at these items, does this look like food stores or weapons, or what kind of stuff's in this warehouse?
Ooh, so
can I spend a moment to survey a dangerous area?
So absolutely. So let me do these in
alphabetical order.
In alphabetical order, yeah. Carl, from just the start of it, as you're looking at it, it seems like this is almost like foodstuffs, or maybe was foodstuffs, or just like general supplies. But these crates seem to be incredibly old. So if there is food in here, you probably don't want any of it. It's probably pretty old and gross.
We're to understand that this place is currently occupied by.
Yes, this is you are sure that you're entering the round sphere.
Okay.
And but yeah, these crates seem like very, very old. Like far older even than the conflict that had gone on with the globalists.
Okay. Maybe just a disused wing or something.
So I'll answer that without you having to make any kind of roll or anything like that. But then I think we should do Dirk's roll first. So Dirk, maybe you kind of like look ahead and kind of surveil what's up in case this could be dangerous.
I got an 11.
All right. So Dirk rolls an 11. So that's pretty freaking good. On your 11, you get your nuts caught on an old staple. Weird.
My one weakness.
There we go. Yeah. I'm sorry, it says old nail.
Oh, I'm immune to those.
Okay, awesome. This works.
Dash away.
This is trap expert on 10 plus hold 3. Okay, so you get all of these things.
Okay.
No, there is not any kind of trap here. What does the trap do when activated? There isn't a trap here. And then
what else is in there?
What else is in here? That one is useful. So you kind of like go around and are looking around at these crates, and this might actually get us to something that Carl was asking before. But Dirk kind of goes around and he's inspecting these crates, and it definitely wouldn't be considered a trap, but these crates are super duper old. Like a lot of them are either like termite or like mold or mildew or rot damaged. And so with some of the crates, if you maybe like pry them open a little bit, you could see that inside there had been food, but it's like gone. Either it's been eaten by vermin, and so there's not really anything there anymore, or it's like so hideously old that you could not possibly eat it. There are maybe some old like blankets and that kind of stuff that are like incredibly moth-ridden and gross at this point. There's cookware that's like rusted and that kind of stuff. So for the most part, as you go through, the big thing that you realize is that most of this does seem to be provisions. And if this stuff was stocked like really, really well in here, if all of these boxes were full of provisions, this would last essentially forever. This is huge. This is this massive space. The round sphere is large for sure, but like this is so much stuff. But this appears to be really, really old. And as you're looking around, like the dust in here, no one seems to have come in here for a while. At least through like most of the area where you're looking. But I will say that you should find one thing. All right. Could you roll for me 3 6-sided dice?
Bum, bum, bum.
9.
A 1, a 2, and a 6. Okay. All right. So there does appear to be one box that is kind of distinct from the others. You look in it, and the first thing is that it's locked. My God. And at first you're like, man, this box is locked. But then after like kind of jostling it for a second, the wood of it just falls apart.
Wait, I'm not going to jostle it. I'm a thief.
Okay. Sure.
Take that lock.
Okay. I was trying to suggest that was unnecessary, but yeah, go for it. All right. Did pretty well. So you're like,
Box intact.
Yeah, you're looking at this box and going, if I were to jostle this, it'd fall apart. Hold on, thief skill. And you run your like lockpicks around the edge of it and gently lift the thing up like you're some kind of scientist, like removing like a very dangerous like device. Like, all right, steady.
And then I dump the contents out on the floor.
Like one drop of sweat like almost lands on the thing, and you're like, no, and your hand down and catches it. But yeah, inside is a shield, and the shield looks incredibly old. Like you'd wager that the shield is made in that same style that the guards at the two doors, like that their armor was.
Huh. I'll be like, Jeff, got an old shield here for you.
All right. So yeah, so we got this old shield, and it's I'll say it's not quite as big. Like those guards were supposed to be massive, like 7 or 8 feet tall. This is a big shield, but it's not like unwieldily big that where like a fighter or a normal sized character couldn't use this if they were rather beefy. But it is old, like super old looking, like I said.
Well, my last one.
Can I detect magic on it? As a cantrip?
Absolutely. Go for it, Carl.
Actually,
Rosco Tinklechimes stares down at
right.
the ancient shield.
Mm-hmm. I roll. Find my thing real quick. 11.
11. Also pretty good. Oh, you
So
just
it says detect magic. One of your senses is briefly attuned to magic. The GM will tell you what here is magical.
Okay, this shield is definitely magical. Should I tell you what it does?
I assume with an 11, maybe you'd tell me something interesting about it, right?
Oh. Yeah,
hold up. I should have said this first. I have an advanced move called Enchanter. When I have the time and safety of the magic item, I can ask the GM what it does. GM
sure,
will answer truthfully.
Let's have you do that instead.
Okay.
All right, so again, it seems fairly safe down here. This room is massive, so maybe as you guys are walking, you're examining this shield.
Mm-hmm.
And you're walking and you're examining the shield, and who's holding the thing?
I would volunteer Jeff for the task if he wants it.
Okay. I mean, it would make sense if you were actually doing that if you're examining the thing.
Yeah, that makes sense, if I'm capable of lifting it.
Okay, but you got such a good roll with this, I won't like give you like some kind of cost with it. This is an incredibly ancient shield from that same, whatever the same society that those two weird guards were. So this is like this is old beyond old, but unfortunately, it is also poisonous.
Oh, I'll like drop it when I come to this realization.
You're like, oh, fuck.
Ooh, dude, I'll be like, why'd you drop that?
I'll say, I sense some dangerous magic on it. It feels like it could corrupt you. I'm not sure how yet. Let me think about it a little harder.
That guy can use poisons, though, so I might be able to use this.
Okay, yeah. I mean, do you want to inspecticate it?
Yeah, I want to inspecticate it.
Sure. That sounds like a discern realities roll.
Perfect. What could possibly go wrong?
I know.
Wait, was that a wisdom roll or?
That is a wisdom roll.
Okay.
8. Okay, so you get to ask one of those questions, I believe.
I don't see it on my sheet here. What are the questions?
If you go into your character sheet, just because there's a significant list.
Yeah.
You find it?
Hold on.
It's down at the bottom. Spell Lord last breath.
I put it in the chat too if you need that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you. What here is valuable to me?
What here is valuable to you? Well, this thing is definitely valuable, especially in that you're immune to poisons, right?
I'm immune to poisons that I can use, I think.
You're immune to poisons that you can use.
So I have one poison, which is, hold on, Serpent's Tears.
So I think that if you were to, I think this is useful that you figure out that if someone was able to use this in a fight, if they were to be like in a melee combat with somebody else, they could use it to like poison their opponent.
Cool.
And so even if they weren't able to like directly hit them with this shield, like contacting their opponent's skin or maybe even clothes might possibly poison them. The issue is you're not sure if you would have to be immune to this poison. You think at the moment using it would also put yourself at risk quite a bit.
Okay, I'll tell that to Jeff. I'm like, Jeff, this thing is poisonous, but if you use it, you might poison other people.
Yeah, so it'd be the equivalent of, as a weapon, I'm just going to hold this poisonous snake and kind of thrust it at people, and we'll see how that goes.
It's big. It's a big shield.
Hold on, I think I haven't muted Alex.
I'm hearing myself double.
A playmate for your little girl.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, this is like a double-edged shield, if you will. No? All right.
I mean, maybe.
All right.
It's like a one-edge shield, which is already one more edge than the average shield.
Yeah, far more edge than the normal shield.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you guys continue through this, again, this area is massive. You do encounter an area where you're seeing more, where you start to see some footsteps, and you get over into kind of an area where you're like, it smells a little like pee in here. Like even more so than like kind of dank, mildewy mustiness. Like, and one of you is like, oh yeah, there's a puddle of pee over here.
Did one of us make it?
No, I don't believe so. Roll for it. No,
I dip my fingers in it and see how fresh it is.
No, so but you guys do start to hear some voices.
Okay.
In the pee?
Not in the pee, but nearby. Like at first, I think you guys are kind of staring at that. Like that's a lot of pee for like rat pee. And also, there's some footsteps over here. What's going on? And then you hear some voices kind of chatting.
Ooh. Okay. So I could cast invisibility on one of us.
Me, dibs.
Do you need it? Like on account of your thiefy? Will it help?
Yeah, it would help. I don't know if it's a stealth skill per se.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Cool.
Can I do that, Austin?
Sure.
All right. I got an 8.
An 8. All right. Okay. So an 8. The spell is cast, but choose one of those.
Okay. I will choose. I'll forget the spell.
Okay. So you're like, all right, I've cast invisible. Invisible.
Yeah, I cast something. Can't recall what, but
yeah.
Hey, where'd Dirk go?
Yeah. Can't recall what or him.
Oh, there's pee right over here.
Like he was never even here.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go sneak up on those voices.
All right. So there are 3 guards that are down here, and they're guards that are wearing like breastplates. They're carrying probably short swords, and they're down here, and they're having a conversation. That's very much, you can tell that these guys are like kind of slacking off on the job. Real quick, Alex, Carl, and David, could you give us some of the dialogue Dirk hears as he approaches these guards?
First guy's like, for the umpteenth time, Fred, there are chamber pots in every other supply room. You know, I've heard enough of colleagues slipping on your leavings. It's unsanitary, and honestly, frankly, it's just rude.
And the response to that is? Anybody?
Oh, he's actually on mute.
Fred just starts peeing.
Oh, he's defiantly like, how about this? And he just starts peeing.
Or they just maintain like eye contact the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you over my powerful gushing stream.
This is what I'm talking about. This is, you got a chip on your shoulder, and it's not even about the pee, Frank. You used to be someone different. We used to be good mates. So now look at now my boots are just splashed in your detritus.
I want to attack Carl's character.
Okay, the guy who's complaining about the urination. All right. Sure, go for it. So you remember, you can just like attack him and deal damage, or you can actually make that sneak attack. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do cheap shot.
Okay, all right. Sense of blood.
I'll just roll dex. Oh, wow. Ooh. That's so bad.
It's not the best.
1, 1, and a 3.
All right. but you're invisible. Does that give him inherently some advantages, or he's just invisible and that allowed him to like just stomp up there as loud as possible?
Nobody can see them. They're invisible. The spell persists until the target attacks, or you just miss the effect while it's ongoing. You can't cast the spell.
Ooh, okay. So here's what goes down. Yeah, because these guys do not see you. So unless you like try to attack them and the sword slips out of your hand and then you yell, "Whoops, I'm over here." Like they don't know that you're there. So you come up and you go to like stab at this guy, but he's like moved real quickly and been like, "Damn it, Fred, what have I told you about this? You're pissing everywhere. You're pissing your chance away for a promotion. This is exactly what this is why Deborah left." And he's yelling at that. And that's when you guys hear this massive echoey noise. You hear this cracking sound. And you almost like, I think everybody probably, these guards included in this, these guards like all look up assuming like, oh shit, the roof is caving in or collapsing or something like that. Like you hear this cracking noise that sounds somewhere between like stones being crushed, but has like a higher pitched, almost like porcelain shattering. So all of you hear this and it shakes the whole place. And I think like as that's happening, Dirk is kind of like taken aback by it. So he's kind of like removed from the presence of these people a little bit. He's not like right next to them. Mm-hmm. I think Gritta and Rosco, as people more like magically attuned, you could feel that something is extremely different about this place. Like kind of your Jedi senses, your spider senses are tingling. It's as if thousands of voices cried out at once and was suddenly silenced. So you, Alec Guinness it real hard and feel that there is something very, very different. Like this place is suddenly, there's a power to this place that was there before. You had kind of been feeling it as you moved forward. That power has changed substantially.
Is there any chance it feels like we're moving? Like if I recall, this is like a rolling fortress, or no?
It is a rolling fortress, the round sphere. That's true, but no, it doesn't appear that you guys are moving. At first, maybe you thought that, but like, yeah, you don't feel like, oh, hold on, guys, everybody, strap in.
All right, I'll like grab Jeff by the shoulder and look Gritta in the eyes. Shoulder. Yeah, I'll be like, something stirs in this place. Be on your guard. And I'll like say, I hope wherever Dirk is, that he keeps his guard up. He could be anywhere.
Ooh. And then, do Jeff or Gritta have anything in response to that?
Yes, I think Ragnar whispers the same thing to me.
I'll say, yes, your invented deity, no doubt, feels that. Oh man, I was like, you know what, Gritta? I'm sorry. I'm just being an asshole at this point. It's rude for me to constantly point out your beliefs every time you open your mouth. And that's on me. But I want you to know that you and I are in this together, and that no matter what you believe, I hope we walk out of here friends.
All right, let's all just hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Isn't that what they would do next after class?
You're the one with the baby girl. You tell us how school works.
I wouldn't know. I didn't get too far in it.
All right, so I'm going to try and detect magic, see if there's like anything like in the air or like in the walls or anything like that.
Sure.
You should know by now, Tinkle Toes, that
oh, that's a racial epithet against our maybe people.
My daughter hasn't been in class now for years, as I still look for her. She never did ever. After I went to pick her up from school, and she had disappeared. You know,
Jeff disappeared. Jeff, I feel we're perilously close to entering a flashback.
Yeah. We see a close up on Jeff's face, and he's younger by a couple of years, and you hear, "Goodbye, Daddy. I'm going to miss you while I'm away at school." And what does Jeff say?
Jeff says, "Like, just make sure you're home before the sun's down, sweetie, and eat your vegetables today at lunch, and just remember the stars and wait, hold on.
Oh, Daddy, you worry so much. Time to go.
Yeah.
And then
all right. I know it's silly. I know you'll be back later.
We see another shot of Jeff's face, but it's darker. And then he's meeting like some seedy characters in a bar, and they're like,
yeah.
We loaned you the money for your daughter to go to school, and you better pay us back or else. And he puts a ponytail on the table, and Jeff's like, no. Anyway, so we're back in this scene in the storehouse.
Yeah.
Cuts back mid scream.
Goddamn charter schools were so expensive. If only I could have gotten a voucher.
Yeah.
Never needed to go to such seedy characters.
That's what's going on. Is Rosco is divining the magical corridors of the room, the ley lines of the spiritual energy, and Jeff is just going vouchers, school choice,
school vouchers, cafeteria food,
tuition waivers.
I got a 12.
All right, so on a 12, and I'm sorry I got into that scene. I should have been looking up what the exact wording of this is. So when you detect magic, one of your senses is briefly attuned to magic. The GM will tell you what here is magical. It's not in this room, but inside the fortress itself, something has awakened. There is something that is magical that is now been released or been awakened, and you could hear it. That cracking was the sound of it being released, and you can feel like almost the barometric pressure of the room is even down here is entirely different, and just whatever this was something significant in magical power. But yes, something has been released. The game has changed.
10,000 drop of pee was needed.
Yes, the great piss wizard.
What was the leader? I remember we established this when we set off on our quest. Like, is the leader of these round earthers a giant, if I recall?
We said that the round earthers, the globalists, they fought beside a great dragon.
But that dragon was at least one. They had multiple dragons, didn't they? Because at least one great dragon was killed.
I think no. We said that they had a dragon, and it was almost implied the way you guys set it up was their dragon seemed to be dying doing something heroic. Well, meanwhile, the Duke that you guys are working for was constantly like manipulating people.
Yeah. So we had thought that dragon had died doing something like very like noble.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
But that was a dragon that was working for the globalists.
Yes.
Or the round earthers.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just say, like I said, something has stirred. We are joined by a great presence. We should be careful. I'll say, what is Dirk doing? Are the guards still like just standing around?
So, we hop over to Dirk, and the one guard who hasn't spoken yet, who wasn't yelling about the piss.
No, maybe the guard that was berating the other guard for peeing is now pissing himself.
Yeah, he's pissed his pants.
Just two puddles are spreading at their feet.
Yeah.
Joining, mingling.
And Fred's like, well.
Yeah. So the other person is Deborah, the one who left the guy who's pissing. and Deborah's just like, shut up, you idiots. Oh, they must have, whatever they've been doing in the Great Hall, they must have completed. Maybe that's it. I mean, we're not rolling anywhere. We better finish up and clean yourselves up. We gotta head back upstairs.
Shut up, Deborah. I'm only halfway done here.
Just push harder. That's how it works with you guys, right?
You can't go when you're looking at me.
Oh my God, this is our trip to the lake all over.
Can I attack one of them?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Whew. Okay, I got a 10 that time.
All right, and this is your cheap shot attack?
Yeah, so okay. Let's see. When using precise or hand weapon, your backstab deals an extra 1d6. Oh, sorry, backstab. When you attack a surprised or defenseless enemy with a melee weapon, you can choose, on 10+, choose 2. You don't get into melee with them. You deal 1d6. You create an advantage. You reduce their armor. All right, I'll do the first two. You don't get into a melee with them, and you deal an extra 1d6.
Okay.
So I will deal d8 plus 2d6.
Go for it.
11.
Pretty good. All right, so you do that. So describe this to me, because this person, I believe this person just is absolutely killed.
Maybe they start to walk away, and I go up to Fred, and he's still peeing down my slit his throat.
Oh, jeez.
There's just blood and pee and just all manner of things.
Yes, the fluids mingle.
A single
I'll be
tear.
I'll be like, next time you'll heed, Deborah or that other guy's advice.
All right. And so the other two have like started to walk off, but they are not joined by Fred for a little bit. And I think they kind of like get a good distance ahead, thinking like, oh, he's just finishing pissing that slob. And they've kind of like schlepped up ahead, and you guys can see that there is indeed like an old wooden ladder that leads up to like a floor above where you guys are. And again, this storage room is massive.
Can I search Fred?
Absolutely. So on Fred, you will find a short sword. You will find a breastplate. You will find like the general kind of standard uniform of the globalist rebel guards, or the round earther guards, and everything that comes with that. A hat, some boots. You'll probably find like a couple of gold coins.
Yes.
Yes. So you find like
ticket.
So you find like.
Does he have any gold teeth I can pry out of his head?
He has rotten teeth that you could pry out of his head. But it might bring him back to life.
Yeah,
you find 10 gold. You find 10 gold coins.
Oh, awesome.
You find that his eyes are haunting.
A picture of his family.
Yeah, and
drawn.
You do find like
flash his eyes out.
You do find like there's like a bottle of he has like a bottle or a horn or a flagon or a skin or something like that of just like strong wine.
Nice. I'll take that too.
So he's got this like thing of strong wine.
I'll go back to the group and be like, hey guys, there's a ladder up here. And I killed the guy who keeps piecing everywhere.
Bravo.
Guys, roll to make sure you don't think he's a ghost. No. But so Dirk returns.
I'll say, well, that should ensure more steady footing. Let's go. I'm right behind you.
Also,
right.
how does armor work? Like, if I put on this guy's armor, am I going to be encumbered?
I think we'll say that its weight is 1, and then you have an encumbrance rating.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm not currently encumbered, and my leather armor is worth 1. Is this better than leather?
What does your leather armor do, armor-wise?
It's worn, and it's 1 armor, and it's 1 weight.
This does mechanically the same thing.
Okay.
So let's say that this is also just a leather chest plate.
I'll put it on.
All right. You're like, this doesn't fit me super well. But you've got it on.
All right.
All right. So, yeah. But you, as you guys come back to this thing, eventually you hear, Fred? And those people seem to be looking for Fred.
Oh, they're about to find him. Can I do my best Fred impersonation and run up to one of them?
Sure, but let's see if anybody else wants to tackle something. Anybody else got a plan here?
Yeah, I think what's my name? Gritta just holds her axe and she's like, all right, I think Ragnar has delivered these people to us. We should take them out.
Is it showtime?
I'll say, all right, how about if you two can incapacitate one, I'll try and charm the other. We might be able to question him. because we're kind of flying blind here.
Yeah, what the hell are we doing here anyways?
Okay, what was our mission briefing again?
Defeat these rebels.
Yes, that.
Kill them all to a man.
I say, all right, I'll try and incapacitate the one with my magics. You two gang up on the other. Or you three, rather.
Well, where are we trying to go from here? I mean, are these the rebels?
Well, that's what I'd like to find out. It certainly seems that way.
Okay.
Did they
All right,
wear
then
like a insignia?
sounds like we need to ask some questions, all right? So, let me have some words with these guys, all right?
All right, well, I'll try and take care of that. And I'll say, I'm going to go do it now. If you guys want to take care of our other friend. Because there's two of them, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go to cast Charms person on one of them once everyone else is in position.
Okay.
All right. So Rosco is going to attempt to use Charm person on one of these folks.
Right. I think I have to touch them. So I'm going to get out of my plan.
And the other folks are going to attempt to just attack them.
So, yeah, you're going to charm one of them, and then the other guy I'll beat up, and I'll ask him some questions.
Well, we can kill the other one, Jeff. Let's do it.
All right.
But what if... don't you think that they'll be more willing to talk to us if we're not killing them?
If they're ensorcelled, why does it matter? If he gives up and pleads mercy, of course we'll let him live. Otherwise.
Okay. All right.
So, okay, you guys get down. Here's a deal. I think you guys are going to have to beat this person to the. You're going to have to get to one of these guards before either of these guards finds Fred's dead body.
I'm ready to start running at one of them now. Let's do this.
Okay. Go ahead and make a defy danger roll for me, Carl.
All right.
Rosco.
Okay. 10.
Pretty good. All right. Yeah, you know exactly where you're going. They're literally looking for this dude, and
Right.
Deborah's like, he could be pissing anywhere down here all the time. Oh my God, it's like having to follow a trail of breadcrumbs. You encounter one of them first, either Deborah or I think we've also used the name Frank.
Frank was, yes, the original pisser.
Okay. So Frank and Deborah.
All right. So I'm just going to try and tag Deborah with Charm.
Sure.
Cast.
Yeah. So I think you did well on that last thing. So go ahead and just roll the spell.
All right. 11.
Damn. All right. So you come up and you touch this lady and she turns around and she's like, who are you?
Say, I'm a friend, ma'am. I just want to have a friendly conversation.
She's like, be careful. There's piss all over the floor.
I know. And you know who made that piss? And I'll point to the other guy. That guy. Would a friend piss on the floor?
Oh,
I don't think so.
Oh, you point to Frank?
Yeah.
Dead body?
Is she alone in this corridor?
Yeah, I think you encountered her first. They've split up looking for.
Gotcha. I'll say, it's Frank, that guy on the floor, and the other guy's traipsed around, probably leaving a snail trail all over the ground. And you know you're the one who gets to clean it up because they're very likely sexist. So let me tell you, I'm here to save you from that shit.
Oh, thank God a man is here to save me from sexism. Finally.
I'm the only one who could do it.
It's true.
I'll say, try.
Wait, are you also white?
Oh yeah. Well, although with the boils on my face, it's hard to tell at this point.
I know. Ooh, that is an important thing because you are recognizable immediately as the person who caused the plague.
I'll say that plague was against the flat earthers. So I mean, that seems. Wait, no, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. It was used against her people. Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's just move past that.
Well, you've cast this spell, but yeah. So she's just like, what are you doing down here? How did you even get down here? This is, and again, please be careful. There's piss puddles everywhere.
Thank you. I'll keep an eye out. And I say, as I bring her back to the group, I'm talking to her, saying, we were invited in, but no one has shown us around the place. And quite frankly, we're It's a little rude. I know you guys are busy.
Invited in. That's very odd.
I say, why? Is that because you don't get many visitors?
She's like, well, I mean, who just gets invited into a fortress, let alone down here in this storeroom where no one comes to get really, really drunk, and apparently some people come to piss on the floor because that's their thing.
And I'll say, look, I'll give it to you straight. The cavalry's arrived. We're here to help you take the fight back outside these walls. And we had to be brought in on the down low. But it seems our contact has left us to flap in the breeze here. If you could show us around and take us to, the operational command, you'd really doing us a favor.
Ooh, yeah. So I think that's a manipulate, but I want to wait on that for a second.
Cool.
So she's like, she's like, to show you around, eh? So meanwhile, Gritta and Jeff are, what are you doing? You're looking for the other guy, for Frank?
Yeah.
All right. And are you guys just like charging up to him to attack him, or are you like sneakily trying to find him?
I think Gritta's just like loudly praying to enchant her axe to draw him out.
Okay. So are you...
Oh, never here. Well, surely their skull will be crushed by this hammer. That's worked into her prayers.
Okay. So are you trying to do that enchant your weapon spell?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And again, is it an axe or a hammer?
Oh, did I say axe because I meant hammer?
Okay. I was like, wait.
Did I say axe again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, 11.
All right. So yeah. So your hammer glows with the blood red runes of Ragnar, the war god. And you hear like yeah, as you're praying about crushed skulls and battered bones.
Since I took an advanced move, so an 11, 10 or higher, I can double it. So I think the prayer is going to extend to Jeff's weapon too.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, and maybe to stick with this kind of metal theme, you guys, the two of you, look over, and then Jeff pulls out Daughter, and like almost holds it like a guitar for a second, and you hear like
spin around a couple times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens.
Has trails, and like the music gets louder.
Yeah. All right, and yeah, you guys like encounter this. You guys encounter this guy, and he looks fairly like commonplace in that he's wearing just just a regular guard's uniform, and he sees you guys, and he's like, what are you guys doing down here? And he unsheaths his short sword, and he's like, you guys better get out of here. You guys better go back to wherever you came from.
I'm gonna interrogate this person.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, tell me now, are you a round earther?
I think that you're just gonna end up fighting this guy, because I think he's like, as a guard, like preparing himself against you. If you do that,
okay.
I mean, you kind of already know that he is. So if you're doing something that's like, tell me this info or I'll hurt you, it's like, well, we're in a fight right now.
Okay. So then I'm gonna use Exterminatus, and I'm gonna call him out and say, listen, guard, you're gonna die really soon, and there's nothing you can do about it because we're coming to kill you.
All right.
It's dark, man.
Exterminatus. Wait, and you're a fighter and you're using Exterminatus?
Yeah, it's a paladin move. So basically, I have to kill this guy now.
Okay, you use the multi-class dabbler to get a paladin move?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay. Okay.
So basically, I deal an additional 2d4 damage to him, but I deal -4 damage to anybody else until he's defeated.
Okay.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
All right, and this guy's like, I think, this guy swishes his sword around and he says, guard is my cousin. My name's Frank. Yeah! And he runs at you. and he's like, "Over the horizon, the round earth." And he does that. I don't know. That's their battle cry.
Yeah.
So yeah. So this sounds like a battle move, unless somebody's doing something else.
Oh yeah, no, I'm hacking and slashing.
All right, go ahead and yeah, you get it. Go ahead and make a hack and slash.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how he likes the round dome of my flail.
This weapon has looked very different many times.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, you deal damage to your enemy, but the enemy also deals damage against you. So deal your damage, Jeff the Scowl.
Okay. So I do damage. I add Exterminatus, which is and merciless.
All right.
4 plus 5. 13 damage total.
All right. Ooh. Yeah, Frank deals you 6 damage.
Okay.
As he's like, yeah, take that. And then what happens to Frank is he's brutally killed.
Yeah. I'm like, ouch, that actually hurt.
Yeah, I told you I'm good.
Damn it. Ow.
Yeah.
Frank? Yeah.
I'm not pissing in my pants because I'm scared. I'm pissing in my pants because I'm excited. Excited for battle. The round earth shall. And then again, what happens to this guy?
His dome just gets caved in. And so does the rest of his body, really. Because he gets hit by a big, glowing, enchanted. I didn't even add the enchantments from what I got from Ragnar.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
it's really metal, like half his body just like blows, like explodes off of his skeleton. And so like he's half skeleton and half like person.
All right. Yeah, so that occurs. And this chattering skeleton just kind of stands there for a minute and then crumples over. And Jeff looks back at Gritta, and you hear like,
yeah, pull a sword out of my stomach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a sword in Jeff. He's like, damn. So meanwhile, we pop over to Rosco and this woman Deborah, and she's like, "Did you hear something?"
I'll say, nope, I don't think so. Maybe it's just my friends trying to catch up. I saw you up ahead, and I wanted to scramble to get you. And I said, so like what you were saying, which way up?
All right. So it sounds like you're trying to kind of like, what is the term here? Parlay with her?
Yeah.
All right. And so you're
all right.
Trying to parlay with this lady.
Should I roll that?
Yes, please. Roll plus
I rolled a 2.
charisma. Ooh. Yeah. So I think that this lady was kind of like, she was kind of on board, like, okay, we can maybe help you. We can maybe help you with this stuff. But as you get there, I think she's like, okay, actually, yeah, right this way. If you look up here, and she like points ahead, and you're like, damn it, Rosco, I can't believe you've fallen for that again. Because as you turn around, she's got like a horn to her lips, and she blows into this horn like to sound an alarm. You hear like,
and I'll try to keep my cool and say, oh, is this to call the welcoming committee? It's about time somebody acknowledged our presence.
All right.
So,
I think just Jeff as a, Dirk, you know this for sure. I think Dirk is nearby, like still, at least invisible for now. Dirk is nearby, and he knows. Yeah, that's like an alarm. Dirk's been around the corner. He's fucked up once or twice before, and this is what that sound is.
Can I sabotage that ladder somehow?
Absolutely. It does seem to be, at least so far, your only way up to the next level, however.
But that's where the guards are going to be coming from?
That may well be the case.
Maybe I can make it slick. Yeah, I want to sabotage it so people climbing up it fall off of it.
People climbing up it?
Or down it, I mean.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So,
I imagine I have like oil from a lantern or something like that. Don't I have
Sure,
like
we can say that
random adventuring gear?
Yeah, that we could say that's a use of your adventuring gear, that you can throw like some oil from an oil lamp on there, and now it's slippery.
Yeah, and then like stick Fred's short sword up at the bottom or something like that.
You know what? Yeah, that works. I like that. So you've kind of used your adventuring gear to create kind of a dangerous situation for anyone that comes down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll sort of like find a hidey hole by there.
Okay. Sure. Meanwhile, Gritta, what are you up to?
Well, now there's that battle cry.
Yeah, there's again. You hear a horn. You and Jeff probably also know well enough that that's some kind of call to arms, more so than a like, look, a whale.
Yeah, I feel like Grit is just going to run over there and just, on the way there, just kind of try to smash this hornblower.
Sounds good.
Get over to Rosco.
Smash it.
Yeah, I'll be in the middle trying to like talk her down, be like, "Oh man, we're friends here. I get that you're calling people to come hang out."
It's actually I got a 10.
You got a 10.
The
okay.
Thing.
Sure. So go ahead and roll your damage.
5.
So yeah, you like you bash this lady. You hit her like pretty damn hard with this hammer, and she kind of stumbles back. The horn's knocked out of her mouth. It kind of like clangs on the ground. And she kind of stumbles back. She
into a 3rd grade reading level.
Yeah, she stumbles back into a 3rd grade reading level, and she's like, "No." She like slowly draws her short sword and just says like, "I should have known with those marks on your face. You're with them. You're with the flat earth slaves."
I say, "Look, I was trained in the best academies, and I just can't go against science. I'm sorry. I'm sure you guys have your reasons, but it doesn't make any sense. But look, this doesn't have to end badly for you.
Ooh. And I think
can still walk out of here.
I think she almost like doesn't take that one, and she's like, and I think she yells like, my family was killed by the whatever the poison. What's the name of the poison gas kind of weapon that you made? What was it colloquially called, at least by some people? We know that it causes like lesions all over like the bodies.
About the green geyser.
The green geyser?
Yeah, because it flows out of your skin. These disgusting, ropey green spasms of liquidy goo.
Mm-hmm.
Just squirt, baby. This
is like half badly written.
Ooh, the green squirts.
Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so she draws this sword and she like lunges at you and screams like, "My family was killed by the green geyser, and now you're gonna die!" And she like flings herself wildly at Rosco.
I'll say, "I probably deserve this."
And there's a floating scene of Agatha Christie going.
All right. Is there anything I can do about that?
Too bad I'm defending Rosco, though.
There we go. Okay, I wanted to see if maybe that was occurring. Yeah, go ahead. Roll. You're in defense of Rosco. Pretty good. You guys are doing well this game. All right. So what's the game plan here?
Hang on. It might be a 10. Oh, yeah, that's a 10 as well. Or a 12. Oh, either one. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to... He's already taking a little bit of damage. It might be worth it to deal 4 damage to him. And then...
You already know you did hit her with that hammer and fucked her up pretty bad.
Yeah, I'll do all 3. I'll have the effect or damage. I'll open it up to give it +1 to Rosco to follow up in case, and do 4 damage to her.
Okay. Sure. Well, I mean, yeah, that's all 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, well, there we go. All right. Well, okay. So Gritta stands in defense so well that she's just able to stop this person and completely kill them. Completely intervene in the middle of that. So
I'll put my hands down and be like, yeah, I totally wanted her to die and not me. Good job, Gritta.
Yeah, so how does that look?
Like as Gritta has her back turned, I'll be like, oh, yes, like pat her on the back, like barely reach. What race are you, human?
No, she's a dwarf.
Oh, okay, yeah, like down on her shoulder, like, well done. I really opened her up there for you.
Yeah, so hopefully you got all the information you needed.
I say I learned that they really don't appreciate round earthers around here, or flat earthers around here.
Well, that's not surprising, but looks like she called the cavalry.
I say that really wasn't the welcoming committee.
Oh,
I said, we should probably regroup if we're going to be in trouble.
Now, is there some like universal battlefield command of this horn that I could be like, oh, I'll blow 3 horns, which means it was a false alarm?
Oh, that'd be all hilarious.
Oh, that sounds like you're consulting your accumulated knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and sprout lorb. I'm sorry, spout lore, not sprout lorb.
So bad.
Okay, so I'll give you something interesting, and it's on you to make it useful. Blow
into this end of the horn.
Yeah, you blow into the small end of the horn. But you have sex with the large end of the horn. Yeah, I think that Gritta knows that. Gritta knows that the fact that like a horn was blown down here. If there was other, Gritta knows that it would be unlikely that you could just kind of like be like, never mind, false alarm kind of a thing. Like you'd still have to probably talk to somebody about that. And given that you guys are in an area that seems to kind of be like in complete disuse almost, where those guys thought like, yeah, it's fine. Doesn't even matter if we piss on the floor. It almost seems like, you guys might have to, like you don't seem to be in an area of high value by anybody's, reckoning. So there you go. And the interesting thing is your uncle's favorite instrument is this horn. Okay. Sorry. I was like, oh, it says it's supposed to be interesting. That.
So kind of, are you saying like they wouldn't necessarily come down here?
You almost feel like, oh, that might not happen. They might not be like, we've stormed down into the area. It might be like, oh, we've protected off the entrances from that area.
Mm-hmm. All right. So then she'll say that to Rosco, just, well, how much cobwebs are on these rations? I'm sure they won't be coming down here, but when we get up there, everyone's going to be on their guard. Also, you should have met my uncle. He was such a God-fearing man.
Well, you fear
you
God
two would have
enough to then. I'm sure he was a stand-up guy. Maybe we should reconvene, and maybe we could even use this alarm to our advantage. Perhaps if all the guards leave their posts, maybe we could sneak past them to some of the more sensitive areas. But let's meet up and see if we can exploit this.
That's wise. Just like my uncle, he also had scars, hideous scars all over his face, just like you. It must be the symbol of wisdom.
I'm sure the witch cursed me with a symbol of great respect and honor. that seems like something the witch would do. Thank you.
And again, is like haunting around your head as you're thinking.
So yeah, this doesn't bring back a bevy of traumatic memories for me or anything.
Oh, it's that. And then Jeff going, a dog. Like it's that. A dog. Over and over again.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
All right. But yeah, for the most part, you guys, things down here are quiet, and they're quiet for like several minutes. I was going to say you guys can re-meet up Dirk's no longer invisible. But you guys are meeting up in front of the first initial puddle of urine. So we see like a nice, like kind of reflection shot of all of your faces in that. And
really dramatic shot of us all in the puddle.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, things have been quiet for several minutes after Gritta absolutely crushed that person.
Well, I'll share all the information that I have gleaned, what little it was, and I'll reiterate, like, maybe we could take a look around, and if any guards have abandoned their posts, maybe we could get to like sort of like a central area. Is our mission to assassinate the leadership or literally kill everyone? You
were told basically that the problem with this fortress is it was on the other side of this dangerous forest, and the way the fortress itself is built, it's very easy to defend. So if they marched an army kind of to this fortress to take it, they could probably destroy the rebels, but would incur like tremendous losses.
So maybe we just need to sabotage the fortress.
So it was basically like, you guys have to get in there and kind of non-traditionally finish this fight off, so that way we can continue on that, hey, the war's already over. We already won.
I see. Basically kill everyone then.
So
got it.
Oh wait, who? Yeah, we heard there's some sort of ritual they're doing in that great hall though. I want to speak about that.
I would love to be in the vicinity of a place where rituals can be cast. That would absolutely help our mission. So maybe we should head there. That's my vote.
All right.
What are you gonna do once we get there? You gonna spread more of the green geyser? Is that the plan?
Oh, Jeff, that is deeply offensive. That is my greatest mistake, for which I will never fully atone.
All right. So speaking of which, I'll be right back. I got to go green geyser for a second.
This is Dr. Steny Gameshko with another mid-episode health tip. Have you ever gotten a plantar's wart on the bottom of your foot? It's annoying, right? It chafes and it makes you feel real weird. And if anybody's going to give you a little Tootsie Rub, well, that's a turnoff right there. So, here's my suggestion. Take a clove of garlic and crack it and put that on that bad boy. Wrap it up real good. It's going to turn black and disgusting for a while, honestly. But here's the thing. It's going to go away sooner rather than later. I mean, sure, you could go to the doctor, but who wants to do that? Anyway, this has been Dr. Steny Gameshko with another mid-episode health tip.
So I'm going to say to the party, like, listen,
is everybody back?
Alex is back, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, let's go for it.
If we can get into that hallway where they're performing a ritual based using whatever like magical ley lines they're using,
I can recreate your gas.
Yeah,
well, I don't know about that,
isn't it?
but I can certainly co-opt the energies they're using to cast a ritual in our favor.
Yeah, like one that would choke them all to death.
I mean, it's a possibility. It'd be deeply traumatic and troubling for me, so I'd prefer if I didn't. But it's on the menu, maybe. But we should get there. That should be our plan, I say.
Okay, well, I sabotaged the ladder, so it's going to take a little while.
I'll say, well, I'm not a climber, so I'll wait till one of you strong, handsome lads figures it out. Or lasses.
Well, I can ask Ragnar to guide us if possible. Maybe there's a separate way to get up.
That's a good idea. You can always count on Ragnar.
Yeah, you'll have to turn your back, Rosco. I wouldn't want you to be offended.
I say, you know what? I'm tight with your beliefs now.
Perfect.
I respect your worldview.
All right. So you're casting guidance?
Yeah, I'm gonna try for that. Also, was there anything interesting on these other dead jerks? I definitely took that horn and longingly, just saying "uncle" over and over again.
Yeah. So you've got a horn. You also find a total of 22 gold coins.
I kill him for the coins.
Yeah. Each of the other guards has a short sword, a leather breastplate that would be just +1 armor, the standard gear of a like a round earth guard, and
they're just tiny globes.
Yeah, and then they, I think another one of them has like another like thing of strong wine.
Well, I'm not convinced this isn't piss. Also, I can't use human currency in my places if you guys want it.
One what?
Also, there's a so Gritta says I can't use this in this human currency in my homeland and gives it to you guys.
So yes, I'll donate it to the poor immediately.
Yeah, I've got a scholarship fund going.
Yeah. All right. So Gritta cast guidance, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and got an 11. So pretty freaking good.
Oh, I can double the effects or the number of targets too, since I got a 10. I don't know if that actually can work in this, but
yeah, that's a weird one in this. So I'll say that you
two symbols of my deity appear.
Yeah, I'll say that. You know what?
Go in opposite directions.
Like the runes on Gritta's hammer glow, and you hear that like again, and it just points to go straight up that ladder.
Damn it.
And then it like it puts itself in it almost puts itself in like a readied combat position. And so it gives you the heads up, like your best way in is to go straight up this ladder, but heads up, there's going to be a fight.
Whoa, that sure was crazy. What a wild ride. Never thought it would go there. Dungeon World After the Last Battle is Leigh as Dirk Very Savage, David as Gritta Grimhammer, Alex as Jeff the Scowl, Carl as Rosco Tinklechimes, and Austin is your game master. Music by Austin and Alex, not the one who plays Jeff. Dungeon World is a game by Sage Latora and Adam Kobel, if I'm saying that correctly. Join us in 2 weeks for another episode of This American Dice Presents Dungeon World After the Last Battle.